Joaquin. First of all, before we get into your fight, I have to ask you. Kevin Holland was just in here.
That's what's up.
And he said that he's not staying at the Fighter Hotel in case he runs into you.
I'm not staying at the Fighter Hotel either.
But I guess before we get into your fight, I do have to ask, what's the issue between you and Kevin? Because he said, he doesn't want to actually get in a fight with you before the fight, and then you're both off, and then you both get in trouble. So I guess what's the issue?
I don't know, man. I guess everybody want to fight little old Buck. But regardless, though, there ain't no problems. I don't have an issue with Kevin Holland. I'm here to fight Stephen Thomas and get my paycheck, you know what I mean? But if Kevin want any beef or any problems, he's just going to have to pull up on me. That's all.
Well, also, it's like you said, Kevin Holland seems to have issues with you. You said you might run into Daniel Cormier at the
No, I just got done talking to DC.
So I guess how was that?
That was cool. We was in front of the camera. I thought we was just going to be in a room by ourselves for a bit and just be able to talk like man, but it is what it is. We had a good conversation, a good interview. It'll be out, so people will be able to see it.
Were you hoping that you could talk to him off camera before?
Yes, yeah. That's what I thought it was going to be. But I think, off camera, and just man to man, I think that's the type of conversation that I'd rather have. I'd be more comfortable with, if anything.
Sure. And looking at your fight on Saturday against Stephen Thompson, a guy a lot of people have, they call him a puzzle in there, tough to figure out. So I'm curious, did you have to bring in anyone specifically to prepare for such a unique style?
It was hard. It was hard to find. I went to Texas and Austin to go train with Raymond Daniels, but that fight, or not that fight, but that training and that sparring never happened. And, I was a little bummed out. I was like, damn, there's nobody else that can replicate that type of style besides, that person that I tried to go train with. But then I thought about it. I said, bro, who is he training with, in order to, imitate me? So I feel like at the end of the day, this is just going to be the fight that who got the best version and the best style that night in order to get their hand raised.
And Kevin was also in here saying, Stephen likes guys that want to strike with him, and Kevin's like, Joaquin's not going to do that. He's going to want to go in there.
And he right. Kev right to the motherfucker. Yeah. I'm going to take him down.
And kind of like Stephen's at this point in his career, he's one of the oldest fighters on the roster. But if you look at all the guys that have beaten him, they've gone on to fight for titles or become champions. Do you view Stephen Thompson as sort of a gatekeeper to the top 5 at welterweight, or do you still think he is this guy that can make runs at titles?
That's up to him. Right now, he's definitely going to be somebody that's going to help push my name. So you can call him a gatekeeper, but. He's definitely been at the highest level for the longest time. This is actually the lowest ranking he's ever been, that we've seen. But at the end of the day, I can't tell his story, but I can only make mine. But at the end of the day, I really feel like this win for me is definitely going to put me in a position, where I can fight, for a title one day.
And Stephen's widely known as, one of the nicer guys in the UFC. But I think I saw an interview where you said, he's maybe not as nice as he puts on. Are you just saying that, or is that really how you view Stephen?
I mean, yet again, having my own interactions, but obviously, if you're trying to fight somebody and you want to get in the cage with them, the energy going to be a little bit off. The energy going to be a little bit different. So that's what I felt, It wasn't the same type of interaction that we had before when we didn't have a fight coming up. So when he heard me that I wanted to fight and then I wanted to get in the cage with him, he started acting a little bit different. So it is what it is. I can understand it.
And just a couple more from me. I also think I saw a video where, you want to slow this fight down just because, altitude, you don't want to be chasing someone for 15 minutes. So did you have to do any preparation to just, acclimatize yourself to the altitude of Salt Lake? Yeah,
so we came out here a week earlier. As soon as I got out here on Monday, went out to Avenue Twin Peaks and did a lot of mountain runs. And I was planning on hitting 10, could only hit 6 at the time, you know what I mean? So could really feel the altitude for sure. But, once we kept being consistent in the work that we kept putting in, Wednesday I hit 8, and then Friday I hit 10, which Friday was my best day, and I didn't feel the altitude really affect me at all. So I really feel like right now, I'm in the best condition to definitely be out here in Utah to really put on the show for 15 minutes.
And just last one for me. I think since your last fight, you said everyone wants to fight you at this point. Even, DC even seemed to have an issue with you for a bit. So I guess how's life changed for you since, you beat Luque, you had that quick turnaround fight in your hometown. Just how's life changed for you outside of the octagon?
Outside of the octagon, there's been a lot of changes. I feel like, the easiest thing that I can do is fight. The things that outside of my control, I've really been trying to focus on just in my life. Right now, I'm back in St. Louis full time, so just developing a schedule to make sure that, I'm able to fight at the highest level and at my fullest potential. But, right now, that's what we've been focusing on, just, getting life together, But right now, with me being able to fight and get into the cage, like, that's what I do best. So ain't much thinking about that, Just go out there and bang. Appreciate it.